What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Redbeard Outdoors podcast. I'm Jonathan, your host, and here at Redbeard Outdoors, I talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors being the four pillars that I like to base my life on, and the journey that I'm on as we're all on this journey to be better versions of ourselves day in and day out, whatever hats we wear, whatever choices we make. And I just get to share that with you. Today, I'm going to share an amazing piece of gear that I recommend for every single person out there. Honestly, this is something I've been using for a while now, and I highly recommend this gear, especially for archers, but anyone who is looking to, now that we're winding down, elk season, hunting season, I know is getting into full swing here for whitetail hunters and some other seasons out there as well. I recommend this for anyone who gets out and hunts, anyone in the fitness industry in general, but especially archers, as you're trying to keep your shoulders as healthy as possible. So you can enjoy archery hunting for as long as possible, and your body doesn't break down on you based on your choices of simply not taking care of it and just yanking back your bow every couple of months or something like that. I want you to be able to live a happier, healthier, more successful life, successful in all aspects of your life. So here we go. Without further ado, guys, I'm going to talk to you about Crossover Symmetry. Now, Crossover Symmetry is an outstanding brand. They make some high quality gear that I'm going to talk to you guys about. You don't have to go to a gym to be able to train your shoulders, make sure that your mobility is good, train your back, train all the shoulder capsules, everything that is internal that is more important than just having big delts and strong looking shoulders. You want to actually have strong internal components to your shoulders as well, so you can shoot year round and not have pain. Soreness is one thing, but you don't want to have impingements. You don't want to have pain. You don't want to struggle. If you're one of those people that, I don't know, maybe you just pull your bow out right before season, I highly recommend against that. And here's why. So personally, me, I've in the past had issues with shoulders clicking, things like that, because I've lifted weights ever since high school. I have subluxed my shoulder once playing football. Sublux means it popped out and popped itself right back in. Obviously, stretching out the ligaments and tendons that are in the shoulder capsule, not good. Basically, I lost a lot of strength there. So stability is another big thing as well. You want to have stable shoulders. With all that being said, Crossover Symmetry is something that you can do without having a full gym. You don't have to have a gym set up, and I'm going to go over some attachments here that come with the system that you can get so that you can do it on even just like the door right here behind me. It's something that that's pretty impressive, actually. But again, you don't need to get scared of having to have a full gym set up at home or at a box gym or a big name gym, whatever. You can do this at home, and for relatively cheap, guys, you can get a full system set up for you. So let's go over it. So again, Crossover Symmetry. Now, when you open the box, it's going to look a lot more organized than this is because obviously I've been using it. But you get a training guide right there. It's a nice book that you can go through. Set this down here. Goes through some training regimens, what you need to do, etc. It's a good little book here. Comes with an access code so you can get into the training zone. It's also got a good chart here with different names of, I guess, labeling what you need to do. It's got the movements, etc. But guys, you see all the things you can do with just these bands here from Crossover Symmetry. This chart comes with it. You get a little clip. So first off, if you're just doing this at home, you're going to do this in your office, for example, on the door behind you, you're going to want to get these. These are the door belts. Okay. So these will come with a buckle. And then what you'll do is you'll wrap this around your door. And then on the side that you're going to be using it, you've got these two clips here. what those clips are, and then you also have a clip here as well. So you can clip them close together. There's a whole setup here, guys, but you can just put this around your door, and then on the inside have that right there, and your straps or your bands will clip right here. Let me see if I can show this to you. Okay, so this will be on the inside of your door, and the little carabiner here just simply clips on, and then your door tension obviously will hold you being able to do the workout. Here's the bands. So something that I want to talk about here. So again, those door bands are something that you can order with your package so that you can make sure you're able to do it, again, in any room of your home that has a door. Once you've got that, you'll pick your different weights. This one is 25-pound band, the blue one. And it says right there what weight it is. And then what I really like, so first off, the grip is outstanding. It's not too narrow, not too wide. It's got little lips here that keep the strap off of your hand, so there's no rubbing right there. And then it's just super high quality, guys. There's a lot of different stretchy bands out there that you can use. There's bands that will snap on you. I've had some snap before. They're thin. You're worried about them popping you in the face or in the back or whatever it may be based on the attachment points. These right here, they're covered by, I don't know the name of this material here, but it's a very durable material that's not going to rub. And it's got really good tension, guys. Again, these are the 25-pound bands here. This is, the heat shrink that's put around here. There's no rubbing on the carabiner section where it's attached. Overall, it's just a very high quality material. And it's pretty long as well. There you go. So with each set, you get 2 of these, and you can order the different weights that you want. If you're not sure, I would go somewhere that has some stretchy bands so you can check them out. And you can also email customer service before placing your order and get that. Ask them some questions. What would they recommend? It's always better to start a little bit lighter because you're not trying to tear your shoulders apart. You're trying to maintain and strengthen them along with getting some good mobility. You want to be able to do perfect reps. You don't want to have to, it's not like lifting weights per se, where you're trying to push and get as heavy as possible. You're wanting to have good, clean reps so that you can over and over and over again build your internal structure of your shoulders. I don't have any more clicking because of certain movements that I do now. I wanted to make sure that my shoulders stay healthy and I don't end up getting impingements. And due to this system, it has definitely strengthened my shoulders a ton and has helped a lot with my training as I've worked on mobility and building up the structural integrity of my shoulders in particular. And this, some other things too with my hips. If you guys have problems with your hip flexors getting tight, there's a system for you as well that we'll go over here in a minute. But starting with shoulders, I recommend getting at least 1, if not 2 sets of bands. Getting the attachment that's appropriate for what you're going to be using it for. Me personally, I don't use them at home as much. That goes with me whenever I go to a hotel or something along those lines where I'm going to be needing some help with, maybe the hotel doesn't have a good gym, etc. So I want to get a good workout in. I'll bring these with the door attachment so that I can do that there. But if you go to a gym where you have the ability to attach to a squat rack or something along those lines, there's another option for you. So these bands right here are great for attaching to the squat rack, and it allows you to have a clip-in point. So what you'll do is you'll come around here and you'll pop this through. And then what that allows you to do is have an attachment point to the squat rack. So this is my hand, arm being the squat rack. Turn that inside out, but either way, squat rack. Now there's a tension point and a clip-in spot for you and your Crossover Symmetry. So these are things that you can take to the gym. You can, if they don't have the bands that you need, if you are really making sure that your shoulders are taken care of, I recommend that you do this quite a few times a week. Again, not looking to push as far as like you would with maybe a max squat or something along those lines, but you want to get good reps and quality reps and multiple like volume basically, so that you can build up your shoulders. Turn this around. All right. So how I use it is I have one set that I take with me, one or two sets depending on what the training is that I'm doing, in my gym bag with me to the gym. That way I can, if I've got the space or I'm working on mobility, I'm able to just attach that right there in the gym and work on it. I mean, it's that simple, guys. I want to keep my shoulders healthy, and I know you do too as archers. And then in general, again, for people that aren't archers, you want to be able to lift your grandkids. You want to be able to play without having issues with your shoulders. And our shoulders are one of the weakest parts, or I guess the weakest joints in our body, because technically shoulders are not attached bone to bone like your knees are, like your hips, like your back, like your head connected to your spine. All of those are bone to bone joints. Your shoulder is actually a floating joint. So you want to build up your shoulder capsule, tendons, ligaments, and the small muscles up underneath to make sure that they are supported, that your shoulder is supported and it doesn't give out or compensate in a way that's going to tear it down so that you have bad shoulders in the future. It's just something that everyone's going to deal with eventually, and it's better to be preventative than it is to have to go through surgery and repairing it and going through that type of work. I highly recommend that you start working on it now so that you can prevent the injury rather than having to repair. Prepare rather than repair, right? So with that being said, there's also a clip here that you can take and hang either on a rack or something like that right there, and clip the chart or your workout, clip it there, hang it on the rack, and you're good to go. Comes with the set. And again, there's different weights. I think I've covered just about everything, guys. It's just something that I would highly recommend that everyone go and snag. Whether you're an archer or not, especially archers, but whether you're an archer or not, you want to have good, stable shoulders. You want to have a good, healthy, shoulder capsule so that you're able to do what you need to do on your day-to-day basis. Last but not least, I brought up your hips. So they do also have a hip and core belt. This goes on the outside of your thighs. So it's cushioned, and it's got the stretchy band right there that puts tension. And there's also a hip and core system. So you can select yellow, red, or blue, depending on your level of training, what you need. But you're able to go into the system, into the Crossover Symmetry online, and be able to get your training zone hip and core access code along with your hip and core belt. Again, they have 3 different weights. So they've got the light, medium, and heavy. This one's the medium one. Highly recommend it as well, especially for those of you who are out here dealing with deadfall, dealing with deep snow, etc. Your hip flexors get really tight, and that can cause back issues, can cause knee pain. I highly recommend doing the mobility work with the hip and core system as well from Crossover Symmetry. But guys, it all boils down to how are you taking care of your body? You want to take care of your body so that you can last as long as possible, to be able to do the things that you enjoy. Again, for me, that's archery and getting outdoors. For you, that may simply be being the best grandparent possible when you are a grandparent. Maybe it's being the best parent possible. Maybe it's just simply feeling better. Whatever your goals are, this system, the Crossover Symmetry system, is the best one on the market, hands down, high quality. The training is there. It's a full-blown system. It's not just buy the equipment like you can at so many other places. It's the equipment plus the customer service is outstanding, and the training actually works. So if you want to stop clicking your shoulders, you want to stop having issues with your hips, you want to be able to shoot for as long as possible, or simply just feel as good as possible and prevent injury rather than having to repair after you have the injury, I highly recommend checking out Crossover Symmetry. I'm going to leave the link down below, guys, but I want you to also ask me questions. Shoot me a comment down below. Let me know what you have to say about this. If you've had experience with Crossover Symmetry, if you're having certain clicking or issues with your shoulders, with your hips, let me know. I'd love to help out. I am not a professional trainer, so I'm not trying to say that, but I can tell you what works. And I have enough knowledge to know what works for me, what has worked for so many people. And I know quality when I see it. And I'm telling you, Crossover Symmetry is the way to go. That being said, guys, smash the subscribe button, leave a like if you like this video, and comment any questions, concerns, etc. that you have down below. I love answering those and getting back to you and having good conversations. So have an amazing day. Go check out Crossover Symmetry in the link down below. And of course, get out, live your life, and love it.